With Loki season 2 off to the races, Marvel has been hard at work at new shows and just registered a lot of their upcoming shows at the US Copyright Office. And these registrations give us a closer glimpse of what we will expect in the upcoming Marvel TV shows, guys. We've got quite a few shows to cover today, so buckle up. I'm gonna share some release dates, synopses, and cast lists for upcoming Marvel shows. Starting with Agatha Darkhold Diaries, the release date for that one is September 2024, and we have a synopsis. In the first episode, we see Agatha Harkness, Catherine Hahn, finally break out of a spell she has been trapped in. She can't wait to go back to her old murderous ways, only to find out that she is powerless. The only way forward is for her to embark on a perilous quest to get her powers back with the help of an unlikely friend or two. We've got the director at Jack Schaefer, which we knew about that, and then Catherine Hahn as Agatha Harkness, Aubrey Plaza as Rio, a new character, Joe Locke, who is credited as Teen. So the speculation for Joe Locke has been that he will be Billy. I'm going to assume he's going to be that teenage version of Billy, but we'll see. Patty Lupone is registered as Lilia, Sashir Zamata as Jen K, and Ali An as Alice. This was the first one to really spread around because Scarlet Witch Updates over on Twitter found this one and went for it, guys. They shared it with the world, and thank you so much for sharing it because now we have other projects as well. The next one that was shared was Spider-Man Freshman Year, which will be coming out November 2nd, 2024, according to the copyright registration. The synopsis reads, Marvel Studios presents Spider-Man Freshman Year, in which Peter Parker's life, while getting ready for his high school orientation, is forever changed by events that send him on a journey like none before. In the first episode, we discovered that the new era of Spider-Man begins here. And the registration also provided us with the main cast, including Hudson Thames as Peter Parker, Eugene Bird as Lonnie Lincoln, Grace Song as Nico Minoru, Hugh Dancy as Otto Octavius, Carrie Walgren as Aunt May, and Zeno Robinson as Harry Osborn. Now, a brief reminder, yes, Spider-Man Freshman Year is technically an MCU production. However, this is going to be a unique, new, fresh take for the web slinger, and there will be many parallels between Tom Holland's version and this version. However, this is heavily inspired by the MCU. It's not necessarily in the exact same timeline as the MCU proper. This is going to be a lot closer to the comic book version of Spider-Man, and it's going to give us so many suits, villains, we've got the Osborns, lots of connections to the comic books here and references to comic book Peter Parker. I did think that Tom Holland would come back to voice Peter Parker, and I don't know, it does seem weird to have him not come back, but to also have this MCU Marvel Studios Spider-Man project without Tom. But it's not like they got all of the voice actors back for What If, so this could be the same circumstance, but I really wanted to see Tom Holland and Marissa Tomei come back and do Peter Parker and Aunt May, but we'll see. Hudson Thames, welcome to Spider-Man. Next up, the highly anticipated Daredevil Born Again. It is slated for January 2025 as the approximate release date. Now, that doesn't mean that it's for sure, but January 2025 is what they are eyeing right now. This will be an 18-episode series, and the synopsis reads as follows. Marvel Studios presents Daredevil, in which longtime rivals Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk try to leave behind their darker alter egos to serve the people of New York, only to have their pasts catch up to them. In the first episode of the series, we are reintroduced to the world of Daredevil. Now, according to the pre-registration, the following cast is listed as Charlie Cox as Daredevil, Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, John Bernthal as Frank Castle, Margarita Levieva as Heather Glenn, Michael Gandolfini as Daniel Blade, Sandrine Holt as Vanessa Fisk, Janaea Wilson as BB Urich, Clark Johnson as Cherry, Artie Faustin as Buck Cashman, Sabrina Guevara as Sheila Rivera. So the big thing to notice here is we don't have either Karen or Foggy on the cast list, and come on, I was hoping we would get the two of them back. That doesn't necessarily mean they're not back. It's possible they could be saved for a reveal in the series, but it doesn't sound like it, and I know that the news was saying that there won't be a Foggy and Karen return, but come on, I'm still holding my breath, guys. Y'all let me know down in the comments, do you want Karen and Foggy back? Because I know I do, and I would love to see Team Murdoch back together again. Ironheart is the last one we got big details for, and that one is slated for 2025. 2025. Now, according to pre-registration, the project is aiming to air on September 3rd, 2025. Now, what's odd is this is a huge gap from Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and it did say that they were actually done filming this late in 2022. So it's a little odd that this one got pushed so far back, but the synopsis for Ironheart reads, Marvel Studios presents Ironheart, in which charming teenage super genius Riri Williams returns from MIT to her hometown of Chicago in her iron suit and begins to unravel threads that bring danger and adventure right to her doorstep. The adventure begins in episode 101 as Riri is introduced to the audience. There is also a main cast and director listing here, including Dominic Thorne as Riri Williams, Anthony Ramos as Parker Robbins, Halden Ehrenreich as Joel McGillicuddy? I don't know how that name was pronounced. Lyrics Ross as Natalie Washington, Matthew Elam as Xavier Washington, Angie White as Ronnie Williams, Sacha Baron Cohen as Mystery Man. Okay, is that Mephisto? What the heck? Manny Montana as Cousin John, Shea Cooley as Slug. Now, I'm looking at that and I'm like, hey, okay, so what's going on with that Mystery Man? Is that Mephisto? Do we finally get Mephisto so many shows later? I am so curious to know if that is Mephisto, but man, let me know what you guys think below. There are also several other projects that have the approximate release dates, with X-Men 97 around the corner at January 3rd, 2024, and Echo listed at January 10th. So with that in mind, guys, we've got some release dates around the corner and some far out, but in order, we've got January is starting with X-Men 97 and Echo. September 2024 will be Agatha Darkhold Diaries. Fall will be Spider-Man Freshman Year. Early 2025, Daredevil Born Again. And fall 2025, Ironheart, which it seems like they're taking that seriously when it comes to spacing out projects. It sounds as if we'll only get maybe 1 to 3 shows per year. Now, 2024 is pretty stacked with Echo, X-Men 97, Agatha, and Spider-Man, but 2025 sounds like, for now, Daredevil Born Again and Ironheart are the only 2. I wonder if anything else will be pushed back because of any sort of production hiccups or anything like that. But guys, thank you so much for this. Also, I want to give a big shout out to the Cosmic Circus for putting this all in a well-read article. Guys, you can find that link down in the description box down below. Guys, the pre-registration and copyright registers for these shows are currently being submitted, and while they say these release dates, we got to take it all with a grain of salt. Things could change, things can move, things could shift, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Which of these shows are you anticipating? And yeah, where are we at on the MCU, guys? A scale of 1 to 10, how excited are we? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and y'all, we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.